Good morning. It's coffee o'clock. My favorite thing in the whole world is my Starbucks and my hoodie and shoes, but I'm not wearing any today. It's 70 degrees. I'm in Chicago area and it's 70 degrees and cloudy. And so today I'm going to talk to you more about, more about sales, even if it's a holiday. It is a holiday day today, and I'm just enjoying sitting in my home office in my hoodie with my Starbucks, just snuggled up, not having to do anything salesy today. But I mean, I guess technically I am because I'm talking to you guys. But anyway. I want to talk to you about freedom. Today is a perfect day to talk about freedom. It is a holiday based sort of around that, but it's also um, a very important aspect of sales is having freedom. It's one of the main reasons that we all get into this job. You're not stuck behind a desk with your boss looking over your shoulder all day, making sure you're doing all your little typing that you're supposed to be doing and clicking and I mean, we still have a lot of regulations and, things that we have to get done, but we get to do it at midnight if we feel like it, or, get up at 5 a.m., do our quick workout and get to work, and then have the afternoon to go do networking or, hang out with our kids or mom or whoever. Uh, but one of the pitfalls of freedom is, integrity. And not that you're a bad person, but I find, and I have had, I'll tell a story about this, but I have found that I have to be very mindful of my time and my freedom and my integrity with that because I get sidetracked. There's something else that I get super lit up about that I want to do, or, you want to go have fun, whatever. There was a situation with, I was talking to this person at my charity that I work with, and she was talking about how she has to be like super, super, super on top of everybody's timesheets because people love to not necessarily lie, although that is definitely out there. There are definitely people that are like, I don't care, I'm just gonna lie and steal the money from them. But the main aspect of that was that they were just like, oh, it took me 2 hours to do that. No, it should take you about 30 minutes. So, let's figure out how to get things done quicker and in a more timely manner and maybe a little more honest. But she said that she has to get super on top of everybody with all of their timesheets. And I had a memory of just being in my 20s and not giving a fuck. I didn't care if I was wasting someone else's time because I didn't know I was. And when I did, it was like, stop being like a curmudgeon, you know? You don't get it until you're paying the paycheck or until you have something that a house or a car or rent or whatever it is, until you realize just how difficult it is to run a business, to pay for everything, and to kind of get out of that immature mindset. The freedom can eat you alive. You can just be like, I'll get to it later. I'll do it tomorrow. Or, they don't care. It's fine. It's fine as is until you turn something in or you try to close a client and they're long gone because they forgot about you about a month ago when you forgot about them. So, freedom can be difficult to maneuver if you don't have the integrity to stay on top of what you have to do. That being said, freedom, mm. It is the top value that I have. I went through a coaching program a few years ago, and it was the top value that I've had forever. I want my freedom, time, financial, whatever, just freedom. I grew up on a farm and I was hawked. I don't I don't know how else to say it. My mother and father were very mindful about what we were doing with our time. It's just like being at a day job, you know. They see when you're online and when you're not. Well, my parents knew where I was at all times until I got older. Um, And I was expected to be helping around the house, helping around the farm, at school, doing homework. It was a very regimented life. And not that I didn't have fun and not that it wasn't a good life, it was just regimented. And so being so like stuck in this like bubble of being monitored, I, when I got out of it, that freedom junkie became a never to be left person. I will never ever not be have freedom as my main goal, my main value, my top reason for doing anything. I don't mind working my ass off and skipping meals and all of that. That comes with entrepreneurship and sales and, just having to get big goals in the door. I'm good with all that, but doing it in my way, in my time frame, like today's a holiday, I'm still going to work on my day job. It is what it is. I don't have any problem with that. Yesterday was a Sunday, and I know lots of people work on like Sunday afternoons or Sunday nights to get ready for their week. I refuse. I might go in and see what my week looks like, but I absolutely refuse. Sundays are mine. I had the Sunday scaries before. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's Sunday and you have to go to work on Monday. And like somewhere between like noon and 3 p.m., the panic of, oh my God, I have to go to work tomorrow. Like, I don't want to go back to that place. I don't want to have to answer emails. I don't want to have to talk to that client. Whatever the thing is that you don't like about your job, or maybe it's the company, or maybe it's your boss, or maybe it's that nasty coworker that you have to sit next to all day long. Whatever. It's the Sunday scaries. And I had them real bad at my last job, like real bad. I We had this 2.5 hour Monday morning meeting every single week. And it was not just a fun meeting where you got to hang out and like talk about your weekend. It was literally they presented the exact same slide all day long. All day. It was every Monday, it was the exact set of slides where they would literally verbatim repeat themselves. And then you'd have an hour and a half of like talking about someone else's sale they're trying to get in on, which, some people enjoy that. I did not. If it's my sale and I need help, I will find the person that I think is going to be helpful for me and I'm going to talk to them. And if they can't help me, then I'm going to go to the person that they recommend or my backup. I don't need to hear about some random thing that I'm never going to work on, or if I do, I'm not going to remember because it was 6 years ago when I was sitting in this thing that I was zoned out in because I didn't want to be there. It's like being held hostage. Every Monday, I was held hostage for 2.5 hours. It was insane. And so my freedom was restricted again. Now, mind you, I don't regret taking that job at all. It leveled me up in my career. It gave me lots of opportunities. I met some wonderful people. I learned a ton about sales. I learned a ton about myself. Like, no regrets. But there were certain aspects of the job, like this particular meeting, that was mind-numbingly bad. I had a couple of bosses there that were mostly good and they kind of protected us from a lot of the corporate bullshit, but didn't change the fact that I had to show up to this particular meeting and other meetings, and there was just a lot of box checking and a lot of corporate bullshit. Restricted my freedom. I'm not the kind of person that wants to have my freedom restricted in any way, shape, or form. I will fight it tooth and nail. I talked about it in one of my other episodes here that I'm, I rebel against being told what to do. And it's the same, it's just an aspect of freedom. Don't tell me what to do. You can suggest things. And there's obviously things I know that are required when I accept a job, which is fine, but I'm going to do them in my own way, in my own time. I'll get there when I get there. And I will get there with as much perfection as possible. I will get there with as much respect and love and money as possible. But I am going to get there when I am good and goddamn ready. It is what it is. And that is one of the problems that I have with freedom. That is my little kryptonite that I have where I have this rebellious thing where don't tell me what to do, don't tell me when to do it, and don't tell me how to do it. I'll get there when I get there. When I need help, I will let you know. I will know when I have hit my limit of knowledge or skill or I'm just frustrated and I can't get out of my own way, I'm gonna come find whoever it is that I need in that moment. But don't fucking bother me before that. Don't tell me what I should or shouldn't be doing. It is what it is. I don't like it. Which is an impediment to my career, I'm going to be honest with you. On certain aspects, it's great because I'm not wasting time, but on other things, it is a very much waste of time. So it is what it is. Um, but within the sales process, we get to we get to have so much freedom. It's so awesome. I don't know about you, but it is the absolute number one reason I do anything I do. It is the number one reason that I have stayed in sales because it took me a very long time to figure it out. But I also understood what the payoff would be, not just money, although that is right behind freedom. It is, it is just being able to do what you want. Like you can knock off on a Tuesday at 3 o'clock if you want, and no one cares. I mean, they might care if you haven't done anything all day, but then you probably would just have might as well have taken the day off. But you get to, pick your schedule. You might have to work on a Saturday. You might have to work Sunday night because you didn't work Friday, Saturday. Okay, so guess what? You're not going to care. I promise you're not going to care. We get to take off as much time as we want. It's called unlimited PTO. We're not idiots. We don't just take 3 months off and go, well, you said. We we work while we have our time off. We'll check our emails and we'll have a quick meeting or we'll talk to a client or we'll solve a problem. But if we have a day off, we have a day off and we can take as many as we want. It's like my boss now will be like, I don't need to know if you're taking a day off or not. I don't care. Okay. And then I still tell them usually. Sometimes I don't, but usually I tell them because I just feel like it's respectful. And, honestly, I'm still working. Even when I say I'm taking a day off, I'm still working, checking my email, or I'm checking my, chat to make sure that nobody needs anything in emergency or if someone's texting me or whatever. But for the most part, I'm just peace. It's great. So when you're deciding on a sales job, if you're new to sales or if you're wondering why it's not working, check your freedom. Are you being integral with your time at work? Are you being integral with yourself? Are you following some of the rules that are required? Because there are, it is what it is. Is there a better way to do things that can be a little more efficient? Efficiency is one of my top skills. I'm very good at multitasking. I'm very good at habit stacking. I'm very good at getting things done in a timely and quick manner. It is one of my top skills because of freedom. I don't want to waste my fucking time checking boxes and dotting I's and crossing T's when I know they were done 6 weeks ago. Like, just read it. Read it. Let me know if it's fucked up or not. I don't know. I don't have time for that bullshit. But I'm not perfect, but most of my shit is. So anyway, freedom. I don't know if I have anything else to say about it. It is wonderful, magical, and can be your downfall. So, have a great rest of your day. Go get some Starbucks. Starbucks, call me and give me some free shit. Just kidding. Have a great day. See you guys later.